Hello guys, I'm Pickles Parker and today I will be giving you a rants and discussions video on my thoughts on the new Avengers Infinity War trailer that has just dropped. Enjoy! Yes, the first Avengers Infinity War trailer has just been dropped, and I was unaware that this trailer was coming out. I thought we would get a trailer more towards the end of the year, around Christmas time, after The Last Jedi has been released. But no, we got one now, so it was a very nice surprise, and obviously we've been building up for this, so it was actually nice to finally get some actual scenes to actually see and give us a feel about what this epic two-parter in Marvel Cinematic Universe will be like, something that the whole MCU has been working up to since the first Avengers movie. Now, I really like how this trailer starts. We have the monologue from Nick Fury plus a few other Avengers characters of the monologue that he says to them in the first Avengers movie, which is really nice. I really love it in this trailer as a whole, how they're linking it back to the original Avengers movie, because next year is the 10th anniversary of the MCU, so it's really nice that they're looking back to their original roots, because the MCU has come a very long way since then, and it's sometimes is a bit hard to think that what we have now was once that. I really like how they're looking back to their old movies, as it is the 10th anniversary of the MCU next year. Now, I like how at the start of this trailer, all the scenes are mainly the heroes witnessing the invasion, because obviously they're not assembled yet. They've all gone their separate ways, they're all doing their sort of things, and then they just sort of witness the invasion coming. And I really like it. Obviously you have Doctor Strange and Wong and Hulk and Iron Man are all in that little group there when Iron Man just takes off his glasses when he presumably sees Thanos' ship. And I really like it how you have Peter Parker on the school bus. He's just on the school bus and his hairs prick up on his arm. Obviously a bit of a Spidey sense there, and it's really nice that we got a form of Spidey sense in this trailer, because it was something that was very much absent from Spider-Man in Spider-Man Homecoming, so it's really nice that they're now introducing the Spidey sense into this film with Spider-Man. I really like he's on the bus, he sees a Spidey sense, he looks out the window and he sees Thanos' ship, and then it just shows the school bus and all the kids looking out the window. I think it's a really good, cool idea. I really like it that he's on the school bus, because he wouldn't just be at home, he would be at school like any normal kid. So I really like it, how that is how he witnesses the invasion. Now, on to Thanos, and I think he looks pretty good. Obviously there's been some concern with this area of obviously CG after Justice League with Steppenwolf, who I actually thought looks pretty good, but many people have really hit home on his look and said how terrible it is, and really smashed into Steppenwolf's 100% CGI look. So there's been a certain concern for this area of CG in the department, but I think Thanos' looks are pretty good. We don't see him speak, but I think he's pretty good. He doesn't look like any of the times we've seen him, because we have seen Thanos before in post-credit scenes for the Avengers and Guardians of the Galaxy, but he doesn't look anything in this trailer like he did there. I don't know why they keep on changing his look, and he doesn't look that threatening, but I think Josh Brolin's voice for Thanos switches over the trailer as they show the scenes of the heroes. You just hear him saying things, and it's really nice. His voice is really threatening. He has a really nice, threatening presence. He says lines like, "Fun isn't something you consider when bringing balance to the universe, but this does bring a smile to my face." And as he says that line, it shows a bit of him getting forcing the Infinity Stone out of Vision's head and adding it to his gauntlet. So some really nice lines there, and he feels like this is the bad guy that Marvel have been building up to since the end of the Avengers. And I hope it's worth the wait, because in this trailer he certainly makes an impression on you. Now, I was a bit skeptical of this film because I'm thinking every single hero from the MCU, isn't that gonna be incredibly crammed? But I think how they've done it is how there's different bands of people, they're not all together. You have Doctor Strange, Wong, Hulk and Iron Man, presumably all in that little squad, and I presume Spider-Man will come into that sort of New York City sort of squad witnessing the invasion. And then you also have another squad which is Black Panther, Captain America, Winter Soldier, Falcon, War Machine and the Wakandans there. And I really like the bit where you have a Black Panther sort of series like evacuate the city, engage all defences, and he's like, and get this man a shield, and then it just shows Captain America coming in from the dark, full beard, but despite what Black Panther says, we do not see Captain America using a shield in this trailer. But it's a really good line from Black Panther. I wasn't so sure about him in Civil War, but now seeing the trailer for Black Panther and seeing this, I'm really starting to like his character, and I can't wait to see more of him in Black Panther and Infinity War. Now also we do see Spider-Man in his Iron Spider suit that he rejected at the end of Homecoming. I was a bit annoyed when he rejected it at the end of Homecoming because they have the Iron Spider suit right there in front of us and they just took it away. But no, you've seen him in the Iron Spider suit in action and it looks freaking cool. It is a really cool suit. I love that Iron Spider suit. It just looks so awesome. But yeah, and you also see Spider-Man being choked by Thanos. Just like, what? But no. It gives a really cool sense of threat. I love Thanos in this, and we have the different bands of heroes, so it never feels crowded, really. And we also, I did notice, we do not see Ant-Man or Hawkeye in this trailer. Maybe they're saving them. But they are in it, I'm pretty sure. But they're not in this trailer, so I wonder maybe why that is. We see a few scenes with Vision in this. The first one is between him and Scarlet Witch, which sees him with the stone still in his head, but in human form. Now I presume that is just a dream sequence from Scarlet Witch, and imagine Vision in human form. I don't believe he can turn human unless there's a new power to add of his ever-growing list of powers. But yeah, and then we see him having the Infinity Stone extracted from his head. He's screaming in pain, and it's a really quite devastating scene. Like, what's happening for Vision? I'd be surprised if he doesn't die in this film, because although we've only had him in a couple of films, I think that it'd be impossible for him to survive this. Unless he does, but I feel like that could possibly be a cop-out. We see Loki in this one, with the Tesseract, which obviously we all thought he picked up at the end of Thor Ragnarok. It's confirmed that he does. It looks like he's giving the Tesseract to Thanos. But what I think this is it could be Loki giving the Tesseract for Thanos, but it could be because when you see Loki, you just see his feet and you see a ton of dead bodies. It could be that Thanos, because you see Thanos' ship in a mid-credit scene of Thor Ragnarok, I think that Thanos could have broken onto the ship of Asgardians and slaughtered them all, and there's a few Asgardians left, and even though Loki's a villain, he could still, there could be a bit of dignity in him, and he could say, I'll give you the Tesseract if you don't hurt these remaining Asgardians, because he isn't an Asgardian himself. And although that inevitably will make the situation worse. From that call, Loki's probably trying to save their Asgardian, so that's what I think will happen. Although it could be just Loki being bad and handing the Tesseract to Thanos there. Now, I really like the inclusion of the Avengers theme. Again, brings us back to the original Avengers movie. But I really like the inclusion of it in here. I just love that theme. And I'm really intrigued to see what that big battle is in Wakanda. I don't think in this trailer they're showing any scenes from over half of the movie. I think they're just keeping it to all the way to. I just think they're keeping scenes in this trailer from the start to the halfway mark of Infinity War, which I think is a smart move. And then when more trailers come out, you'll see later parts of the film in the trailers. But I think it really gives it a nice sense of scope for the first trailer that they're all witnessing the invasion. It's a really nice part of that. So the Wakanda battle probably won't be the first battle, but it'll probably be a sort of midway battle. So I really love this trailer. The music was excellent, how it was placed. I think Thanos looks good, although different from the other times we've seen him, although his voice is really threatening and gives a really cool impression. I was a bit worried about how they crammed too many heroes in, but I think it is working where they're all in different bands and really just gives it more of a sense of scope. I really like the Iron Spider suit, Black Panther, and the whole battle in Wakanda, which I'm really interested in. There is a bit after the title comes which shows Thor saying, "Who the hell are you?" and turns to the Guardians, which I think was good not to just have that there, because it's all based on Earth. I think it would be a bit confusing just to have random bits in space, and we'll presumably see more of the Guardians next in the next trailer. Although I think this scene at the end of the trailer would have been a better post-credit scene than the one we got at the end of Thor Ragnarok. I think that once we see Infinity War, the post-credit scene in Thor Ragnarok will have more relevance to the story and therefore will have needed to be there. I loved this trailer. It's got me really hyped for Infinity War, the film that the whole MCU has been working up to since the Avengers. But what do you think? Comment below, let me know. Please like this video if you have enjoyed it, and if you want to see more content from my channel, then please hit subscribe. Watching, and goodbye. Hello, Guy and Adam. So, the TV movie Revisits Month continues. So, that monologue at the start by McGann is quite nice, but what is up with those dialogue voices? They're a bit weird, don't know if you agree. I love the title sequence, I love the graphics, but even more the music. I'm gonna say it, that title sequence music is my favourite type piece of title sequence music. It is just amazing. McCoy returns in this episode. I would have liked if he said more lines, because he doesn't say a lot. The console room is brilliant, and I do love the TARDIS exterior as well. I love the direction and the music, brilliant. Why do they keep using the same shot of the TARDIS from the title sequence though? It's clear that they keep on reusing that shot. The Doctor is shot, which is something you wouldn't see really in the new series. Not like shot with a laser gun, like properly shot, which is something you wouldn't see in classic or the new series, which is quite nice, a different change. Why is it set in 1999? I know it's for the whole millennium, but it doesn't really need to be set in 1999. The Master being a snake doesn't really sit with me. Maybe it's because the snake looks really naff, and I just think people go on about John Sim having powers in the end of time. But why the heck does the Master have snake powers in this? The regeneration effects are quite nice. Eric Roberts is terrible as the Master. He's not terrible as a villain, but as the Master, he's not very good. But I love Paul McGann as the Doctor, he's brilliant. The chase scene with the bike and the ambulance is filmed quite nicely. But seriously, that half-human crap in this, nobody needs it. Why was it in there? And the end scene, I love. Now, it's a great movie
Not so much a Doctor Who episode, but it's a great movie. I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10. Really enjoyed it. See you next week.